Hey guys, Scott here. I got the Zeta 85 in a beach cruiser. I cleaned it up a bit, the beach cruiser. Still got a little ways to go on it, but I got the Zeta 85 engine in it. I put the 44 tooth rear sprocket on it. Added a couple of 44 rear tooth sprockets. This one fit on the coaster hub. Even all the bolts went through. It's not uncommon to have the bolts not match up. Not all the bolts not match up on the rear rim, mounting the rear sprocket to the tire. But on this one, it did. I had to use the 44 tooth because I don't think the 38 tooth would have fit because it has a smaller hole diameter. I got the mikuni 19 millimeter carburetor on it. It's nice. It vibrates a lot. I don't know if it vibrate less, but I don't know if that has to do with the 44 tooth rear sprocket or the bike frame itself, being that it's made out of steel. So we're going to take it for a test ride, and we're going to see how she does. Okay, so not overly fast, but it's got quite a bit of power. So let's take it for a test ride. All right, make sure we can see what we're doing here. I'll pedal it up to speed and we'll get going. Got a lot of low end power. Very sensitive on the clutch. it's very sensitive on the clutch. You got to pull the clutch in all the way in order for it to disengage, and it lets out very quickly. So it has to be engaged all the way in order for it to has to be disengaged all the way. Well, a little bit it has to be disengaged for it to start to go, you know. So possible clutch adjustment. But yeah, I'm very surprised that the rear sprocket fit on the coaster hub design, because the only way you stop this bike, like the old designs, which is typical on the beach cruisers, is you push the pedals backwards because the brake pads are inside the hub, and that's how it stops. It's like a dirt bike hub, you know, early vert before disc brakes. So that's the only thing stopping you. So unless this thing stops on a dime, it doesn't do any good. The brakes work, they slow you down, they stop you, but you need something that's going to stop you on a dime. That's why I'm going to add a front disc brake to it. That's going to be my next project. But I don't want to push it with the 44 2.3 sprocket because it's got good low end mid-range power, but top end it just it screams too much. So I want to go with a smaller sprocket with a bigger carburetor to get me more up to top speed, and it'll still have good low end mid-range power too. You know, the 6680 I have, the 66cc, I shared the crankshaft on that. The key did. So unfortunately, it wasn't just a key that sheared. The key in the front sprocket shaft, which is also the clutch shaft, the key sheared and it ruined the clutch shaft. So I'm going to have to get a new clutch shaft and sprocket shaft for the 6680. But that's all right. It'll give me something to do. And they're fairly cheap for parts. That's the good thing about these. This vibrates like crazy. And yeah, but it's a nice build. It's good for cruising. I would just cruise with this sprocket. It's got plenty of low end and mid range power. Decent top end. It's okay, but I want to push the motor like that because the RPMs are just way too much, too high. But it is a fun bike and it is a beach cruiser, and has no problem with this sprocket. The good side is you have no problem going up hills. It'll just pull you up hills like nothing, and keep going faster. So that's the nice thing about having a bigger rear sprocket is you got more torque, you know, the better low end power and mid range power. But it's more than enough for a bicycle. It's a pretty cool beach cruiser. I was very lucky when I got this. I just cleaned it up a bit, you know, cleaned up the crank, where the pedals are. Yeah, so definitely a cool beach cruiser. It's gonna be a fun. It'll definitely be a fun spring on this. So the gas price is now $4 a gallon, so I'll probably be using this very often. Would like to take it to work, but depends on where I'm working. So, but it's definitely a nice bike. I like the color that the person did. You know, I see they did a lot of work to it. It was probably sitting around for a very long time. But nice bike, nice project. I just wanted to show you the beach cruiser I did. So I finally got a nice home for the Zeda 85 engine. And yeah, I like it a lot. Guys, thanks for watching, all right? Thanks for taking a little ride with me on this. I'll put it back in the holder and we'll start it again and go. Time to head back to the missus. So, plus I don't have that much gas, so all right, guys, it's getting a little chilly. The spring is definitely here. So, it's a single speed, so harder to pedal, but you're going a little faster. All right, now we're going to start it.